Awesome. So I'm here today with Rowena from the Healing Mama Co. We tried to do this Instagram live, but no. So, you go to plan B, which is let's chat on Zoom, and then I'll just upload it to IGTV.
Yes,
Okay.
that's great.
And that's just how it's going to be. So I'm so happy that, we had the opportunity to connect prior to your fundraiser ending. So obviously we have teamed up to offer a fundraising item.
Reward together, yes.
Yeah. And so I figured I want the people on my Instagram and I want my network to kind of have the opportunity to learn about, what this labor and postpartum kit is, because it's teamed up with my Better Birth Method program, but also highlighting, what your mission is, why the fundraiser, what some of the other items you're offering as well. So let's just start from the beginning and give us all those details.
Amazing. Okay, thank you for having me on and having this feels like plan J for today's chat together, and we're making it happen. So Healing Mama Co is literally here to revolutionize the way the childbirth industry has not been taking care of the parents involved in childbirth. And so Healing Mama Co is here to really answer the call that honestly I feel like parents have been waiting for, either unconsciously been waiting for, to have a company that actually cares about their healing and their recovery after the trauma of childbirth. And we've put everything together with our panel of experts to give you the recovery plan that our healthcare system is just not either equipped and simply just not doing to prepare parents to recover. And recovery doesn't just mean putting on mesh underwear and having your maternity pads and then taking some painkillers and then getting through it. Like, that is not a recovery plan. And so we decided that something needs to be done. And so we're doing it because nobody else is doing it. And unfortunately, including in prenatal classes do not have a section where it's like, okay, let's teach you about how to recover appropriately. What does postpartum physical healing look like for yourself and also for your partner, if there's a partner involved? What is their labor, delivery, and postpartum regimen look like? And so we're like, no one's doing it, let's do it. And that's basically what Healing Mama Co is doing. On top of that, we're taking all the confusion out of what you need. Am I actually going to use it? We've given you everything so that Dr. Google search is not going to be a part of your life. You don't have to rely on Dr. Google to give you the answers. So we are hosting a fundraiser that ends on Friday. So it was originally supposed to be tomorrow, which is Canada Day up here in the Great North. We decided to move it one more day and extend it to Friday. So we figured it's a great way to end the week, a great way to start July, and gives us one more day to get in those fundraising dollars to keep Healing Mama Co going. So why the fundraiser? It's really three reasons. The first reason is Healing Mama Co has literally been bootstrapped by me and my husband, and we are just tapped out hard. Really, like we're done. There's no more that we can do. And so this injection of funds will allow us to keep our doors open so that we can continue to grow. And the second part of it is the Healing Mama Co team. You're looking at her. It's right here. It's a team of one. And it has been one of the greatest privileges of my life to be able to do this work, but it is overwhelming. And I am on a daily basis burning out, and I need to be able to have at least one other body in this company so that we can extend, not only extend my life so I'm not hitting rock bottom every other day, but also so that we can extend the reach of the work that Healing Mama Co is doing. But the biggest reason, and I saved it for last, is really so that we can get our labor and postpartum bags on retail shelves and on pharmacy shelves, which is where we really need to be, because you and I both know this. There is no retailer who has given parents that aisle with what my vajayjay needs, what my breasts need, what my uterus going back into position needs, what, there is just no parental needs aisle. There's no retailer who is focusing on just the needs of the parents. And so we need to set the standard of what labor, delivery, and postpartum recovery and preparation actually looks like. So we're going to be creating a brand new aisle on pharmacy and retail shelves by getting our bags in there. And it's going to happen. And this fundraiser is going to give us the funds to be able to do it. And if it doesn't, then we're just going to find another way and we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen.
That's one of the things about, business owners and tough chickies with a mission. It's like, we will have our success, and I think it's so important, because, you're walking down these aisles and you're like, I think this, and then, I got to go to this other store and I need this. And then I think I need this, but how much of it do I need? And so you're spending, like, you can't just buy like, okay, I just want 10 of these pads, or, you got to buy it in bulk where you don't need that much, or maybe it's too small and I got to buy like 4 of these items. And it's like, how much do I need? How little? Like, we're running around. We're also in the middle of a pandemic, which also makes things and shopping more difficult and choices hard. So,
Exactly.
Please make our lives easier, make your life easier, get everything you need in like one lovely thing, that it's not like, how do I package this? And it's not like chucking everything in there and then everybody's rummaging through and not even knowing how to use it, right? Like not having the advice.
Exactly. It's, when you go and you get a prescription, they tell you before the pharmacist actually gives it to you, the pharmacist will spend a few minutes to tell you, this is how you take it. This is your
Indications.
Thank you, my medical practitioner. Thank you. So these are the
indications,
and they will spend the time to educate you. Why is there not the same for going into postpartum healing and recovery? It just does not make any sense to me how we are not given that little bit of time to just say, these are things you're going to need. This is how you're going to use it. If you're experiencing this, then switch to this, and here are your alternatives. And this is how this works. And this is how effective it will be for your healing, and all of the above. This is what we need as people giving birth. It's very straightforward. At least in my head, it's straightforward. So I don't know how it's not already being done, but we're doing it so that it's someone is taking the helm.
Exactly. So let's chat about, so obviously the Better Birth Method, which is my online 8-module DIY, like birth preparation program from a pelvic health perspective. So we got like, here's the preparation piece of like working with your body, preparing your vajayjay, and like,
and your partner.
And your partner.
Yes. You have a section on partners and labor positions. Very important.
Yep. So we got that aspect of like, here's how to prepare your body and your pelvic health for labor and birth. And there's a postpartum, what to sort of do from like a rehab perspective. Yes. And you've partnered it with your essential labor and postpartum kit. So what's in there? Because it looks pretty set, like
it's robust.
It's robust, which means like, which makes me think like, what was I missing? What didn't I know that I was missing that I could have really benefited from? So give us the lowdown on the bag.
Okay. So I said this during our IG Live, but you got cut off.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it one more time. So one of the newest additions that we're going to be introducing towards late July is one of the brand new additions to our labor and postpartum systems, all 3 of them. So that is, we've teamed up with the Save a Life card. And so these are going to be attached to each bag that is going to be sold now. And they are literally infant CPR cards, because this is one of the things as a brand new parent, it's like, do we know how to do it if we ever need to employ choking standards, and how to, not even for our own child, but just anyone around us. And this doesn't exist already until like a couple months ago. So this is a brand new thing to market. It's literally called the Save a Life card, and it's 2-sided, and it tells you exactly how to support choking babies. And this is choking and CPR. So this is meant for ages 0, so newborn, fresh out of the bag, to 1 year old. And these are going to be a part of our bags, because I know as a parent, that was one of the things that I told my husband. We need to learn how to do CPR. We need to learn these skills just for our own well-being and peace of mind, that if we ever need to do it, we have those skills.
Yeah.
New thing. It's going to be happening. Any orders that come through our fundraiser starting today will have the CPR card attached to it as well. And so these are what you get in our bags. So they're pre-packaged, ready to go labor and postpartum systems. And so I'll take out each system so that we can chat about it. We can talk about a couple of tips. If we talked about every single thing, I think we'd be here literally the whole day. But we're going to do it in the most efficient manner possible. So what we did with each product, we have categorized them or systematized it in a way for you to be able to know where to use them. And that's how they're separated inside the bag. So I'm going to take out the big pack first. So the big pack right here, so it's in a large packing cube. And tip, here's the first tip. We've put everything in packing cubes and packing pouches so that after postpartum, because we know postpartum healing doesn't last forever, you can use these bags for future travel, for organization at home, keep things for the kids inside. I mean, these are great and easy to reuse after. And we have, I'm just gonna put it out there, we purposely not branded it because I want you to use it. And you don't need to have Healing Mama Co in your back pocket every single day when you're going out. Just use it, reuse it. We've taken the time to give you packing cubes and packing pouches so for you to reuse. So
amazing.
This is how we have systematized where to keep each product. So each product has, or each pack, I should say, has a small card. So the small card tells you, where am I going to keep this pack? This is literally called keep this in the washroom pack. If you're wondering, where am I going to use these products? Therefore, the washroom. Is
amazing.
that pretty straightforward? I think
it's pretty clear.
I think it's clear. All right. And then attached to each pack as well is a second card that tells you exactly what is in the card. If you can't see it already, it tells you what is in the card. And if there's any specific tip that we need you to know right away about how best to use that product, we have included that tip on that card as well. Most of the cards have additional info. So here on the back of the washroom, we've included a sequence of use, especially for first-time moms who may not know, when do I use my diapers? When do I use my maternity pads? When do I use underpads? Some parents just don't know when. So we've included a sequence of use breakdown here so that you can navigate it to how your body is the most comfortable. So what is included in the keep this in the washroom pack? So let's talk about all the special items that are in here for us birthing mamas. So the first that you will get is your maternity pad. So we've teamed up with NaturCare and we've included a box of their maternity pads. So their box comes with 10. You also in the Healing Mama home, if you come over to us and buy this on its own after the fundraiser ends, you have the option to add another box if you'd like to really customize. If you think more than 10 is going to be more than enough, I'm just going to tell you, definitely grab 2 more boxes. That's just my own personal tip. We didn't say yes, you have to, but you get a box of 10. You also get your sexy adult diapers because yes, mama, you and your newborn are both going to be wearing diapers coming home from the hospital or birthing center. And that is totally okay.
Totally okay. Yeah. You want to keep it, you want to keep things
contained. Keep it contained.
Yep.
And decrease the amount of trips to the washroom as necessary. And so you get a box, not a box, but you get a bag of 5 adult diapers. And you can add more diapers, and we sell them in packs of 5, not packs of 10 or 15 or 20, because like you said, you don't want to overbuy. So you want to have your diapers for the first 24 to, I would say, 4 days. So the first 24 hours to 4 days, depending on how your bleeding is. Some women bleed longer than others, like a heavy bleed. Others are not as heavy. how you will be, it's hard to tell, but to have at least 10 is safe for those first 24, 48, 72 hours.
Yep.
Once you are comfortable and your blood has subsided enough that it's no longer necessary to be in a diaper, then you will transition into your gorgeous mesh underwear, and you will team that up with your natural care maternity pad. So you're gonna wear those two together. So you get both. And the thing with having mesh underwear in our packs is I had a home birth and my midwives did not come with mesh underwear in their little kit for me. They did come with some diapers, but there was no mesh underwear. So I didn't get mesh underwear. It was only after I started putting these kits together that I found mesh underwear. I was like, I wish I had this. These feel amazing. And I'm like, this is like months postpartum where I don't even need it. I'm like, these feel amazing, just testing it on myself. So regardless of where baby comes out, you're gonna have mesh underwear in your packs. And then you also get a pack of underpads. So there's 5 underpads in here. You can also add more underpads. You can add more mesh underwear to your pack. It's all customizable. You can add as much or not to what's already packaged in the bag. These are great. If you find that the pads are too short, one of our tips is to fold this pad up and use it as a super extra long pad with your mesh underwear. And another tip is to primarily use this overnight while you're sleeping to help save your sheets from potential bleeding leakage. But you can also use your pads for, we called it no diaper time with the baby. So if you want to give your baby some air down there, just put an underpad underneath the baby and it will just soak up all the things.
Just in case.
Exactly, because you know, no diaper time means mess, but it's also great to have as well. So the next item that's in here is keep this by your bedside. Now these are all the products that you want to have no more than 1 arm's length away from you during childbirth and into your postpartum healing and recovery days. So same card of info of what's in here, any tips we need you to know, we put that in there as well. So what is in the bedside pack? Now these are the items that we deem to be just basic essentials that every woman needs to have. Whether it's on your hospital bag list or not, we have put it in here for you. So some basic things is a thick headband, not a thin headband, a thick headband, because the amount of movement that your head will be doing, whether you're sitting, lying in epidural while you're lying down, or you're moving around the room, have a nice thick headband, have extra hair ties for yourself and also for your birthing team. How many times we've seen moms who message us and said like, oh, my nurse was like out of hair ties, she couldn't find it. And I'm like, I have extras. So it's not only for yourself to use during labor, but if any of your birth team needs a hair tie, you've got some to spare. So we've given you a whole pack of hair ties. And then for our mamas who, for pandemic reasons, we added this. This is one of the newer things we've added since the pandemic happened, which is a face mask. So everyone gets a face mask. And if you're thinking, really, everyone has a face mask? Again, we have also received messages from mamas in their hurry to get to the hospital, have forgotten their face mask, and they're like, wait, I have one in my Healing Mama bag. Go get my
Perfect.
So you get a mask. And then for the mamas who want to take a little bit of extra care, again, this is also pandemic. We've included individually wrapped antiseptic wipes. So this is great for you to have on hand if you want to do a little wipe down of your area, you want to be a little cleaner, if you feel like it'll give you a bit more comfort in your birthing room, then we've included 5 individually wrapped antiseptic wipes. Use it on yourself, use it on your equipment, use it on your partner, wherever you want, you've got that there for you. And when you're ready to head to the washroom, having soft tissue, this is one of those things where you don't even think about it until you're at the hospital. It's like, I don't want to use the toilet paper that's like 1-ply sandpaper on my really sensitive vajayjay area. Like, this is the last thing you want to do. So we keep this by your bedside so you can use it during birth and then take it with you when you're ready to go to the washroom. If you're comfortable wiping anything down there, which you most likely will not be, but if you are, then you've got a pack of soft tissue to take with you. Now, for the mamas who are staying overnight at the hospital or birthing center, one of the hardest things to do is to get that rest. And one of the things that many birthing professionals say is, that first 24 hours, your baby will most likely be able to rest, so you rest as well. It didn't happen in my case, but it's a common thing that birthing professionals say. So one of the things we've done to help you get your rest is we've included an eye mask. And if you're comfortable, also earplugs, because we know hospitals are not the quietest areas, especially if you're in a shared room. There could be another baby beside you, and your baby is fast asleep, thankfully not being woken up by that other baby, and it's like you can't get your rest. And the first thing you need to be able to recover as best as possible is to get as much rest as humanly possible. So within your eye mask, earplugs. Tip: make sure your partner is there, so that you're not both wearing earplugs at the same time.
Yeah.
And you can be in tandem wearing earplugs. We've had many partners steal the eye masks from our mamas. So, we've included this in the birthing partner bag as well. So eye mask, earplug, get your rest as much as possible. And obviously do it in tandem with your partner so that not both of you are wearing earplugs at the same time and somebody is in active caring mode.
Yep.
Paying attention mode.
Alert, able to be alerted quickly.
There you go. So one of you is in that mode. And then what we've done to help support our mamas through labor who are allowed to eat, not all birthing facilities allow the laboring person to eat. But if you are given the ability to eat, or you're birthing at home, which I did, then we've also included the Quest Birthday Cake protein bar. This bar is not only high in protein to give you that boost of energy to get you to the finish line, but it is also high in carbs. Now, birth is not a time to be counting carbs. Birth is a time where we need energy. And we all know, at least in basic science, that energy comes from carbs. And so we've looked for a protein bar that is not only high in protein, but also high in carbs. And if you are not able to eat during labor, then this is a great way to boost your energy post-birth. Once baby's here, take a bite. We've had some mamas. One of the tips we have in here is a mama actually recommended. She actually had an apple with it, and she's like, it was the best. I basically was having a birthday cake and an apple, and I didn't feel bad, and I felt so good after having it. And then we also give you, this is gonna be a fun topic, a bag of prunes, because mama, we're just gonna put it out there. You want your first shit to be as smooth as possible.
You really do.
The amount of anxiety that unknowingly becomes over you when you're like, man, I haven't gone in like 2 days and I just don't want to deal with down there, then allow the magic of prunes to help smooth that process out. And so as soon as you're comfortable swallowing and taking food, add this to your regimen of snacks. Bag of prunes. It's 200 grams. Trust me, it'll work wonders for that first poop, especially that first poop. And it also makes a great snack rather than having high sugar or high fructose snacks. This is also a great snack. And if you don't like prunes, trust us, at least for that first few days postpartum, just do it. Your body will thank you. You will thank your body for having those prunes. Now, one of the things that we do our best to is to look for as much natural products that parents can take, because the last thing any parent wants is to take any unnecessary drugs, especially if you are a breastfeeding or a chest feeding parent. You want to keep your body as natural and as healthy as possible. So an alternative to over-the-counter pain medication or prescription pain medication that your healthcare provider may give you after birth is we've included Arnica montana pellets. So we give you a whole section of how best to take your Arnica montana pellets. And the Arnica montana is an all-natural ingredient that is literally meant for post-birth trauma and muscle pain relief. So my husband doesn't believe me. He's like, is that really for pain? I'm like, yeah, 100%. Because it tastes like candy. Like, you wouldn't think that a pain medication could taste like candy. It is. It does taste like little pieces of Tic Tacs that you're putting in your mouth. It's incredible. So I would take, you can take it every 2 hours, depending on how the severity or the degree of your pain. And you can follow the instructions on it that we have in our guides. And the other two products that we have in here, sorry, one just fell. So we have two more items in here that we've also included that are, we consider to be essential in the postpartum healing phase. The first is the New Mama Comfort Tea. So we have specifically added the Matter Company's New Mama Comfort Tea. So this tea not only supports lactation, but it also is infused with natural healing herbs so that your body can now really get started on bringing your uterus back to position, getting all your organs back to where, or into new position from where it was with baby in there. And so that is a painful process. Having post-birth or after-birth pain is a very real thing for many mothers. And so the New Mama Comfort Tea will help alleviate that discomfort and that pain. But the biggest part about this New Mama Comfort Tea is that it will 100% support you in that hormonal flux that happens in that postpartum period. So you're going from high hormones to literally -0. And so your body is adjusting to what's happening, which causes a ridiculous amount of mental health concerns, not only from a nutritional factor, but also from just a depletion factor. Like your body is incredibly depleted of all of its essential nutrients, and you need to really, you basically need to overdose your body with nutrients so that it can get that boost of healing and recovery started as soon as possible before your mind kind of takes over and says, this is wrong, that's crazy, here's anxiety, here's some fear, here's some worry. It's just this tea, I'm going to tell you in my own personal experience, when I was basically shutting down in my days postpartum, and I felt like I was physically going down a roller coaster, my husband would brew this tea up for me. The first time it happened, I didn't time it. Within a few minutes, I was like, I feel fine. Like what's happening? I don't understand. The second time it happened, and I was going down that same roller coaster, which felt like 100 times steeper. My husband again brewed up this tea, and he gave it to me, and I timed it this time. And in less than 5 minutes after handing him the baby and me sitting down and drinking this tea, within less than 5 minutes, I literally felt that dissipation of anxiety, of fear, of pain, of worry, of just complete uneasiness, just dissipate and balance out. And then I asked my husband, like, how do you know? How did you know to give this to me? He's like, I had no idea. I literally just read it and it said comfort tea, and I wanted to give you comfort, and so I made it. And I was like,
beautiful.
What a great way of being so initiative in my care. And so now we have included this in every single one of our bags because the name is literally it. It's the New Mama Comfort Tea. If the name didn't tell you what it was for, it's like, that's it. So
Yep.
we need mamas to have this because those moments are very real. Those experiences are very real. Even though physically you can't see it, internally it's a very real and scary experience. And you need to know that nature has already given us these medicines. We just need to be able to use them in the most effective way. And so that's that. And then the second item kind of goes with two things. So it is the herbal sitz bath. A herbal sitz bath will do wonders for your vagina. Our mamas who have had a vaginal birth, you are gonna love this amazing infusion of herbal healing. Now, how to use this? This can make about 2 liters of herbal solution. You can do it the traditional way, which is getting a sitz bath insert and putting that on your toilet, and then putting this blend into that insert and just sitting on your toilet with that insert, just letting that heat and that healing and do all that stuff. So that's one way. Second way of doing it is taking a bath. You fill your bathtub with water, add a few cups of this to the water. You can do a few baths with the 2 liter and just sitting there, relaxing in the water, and allow the herbs to do its wonders. Another tip that we also added in there, once your baby's umbilical cord has fallen off, Also doing a bath with baby and these herbs will allow the wound where the umbilical cord came out to also get that healing as well. So it's a great way for you and baby to have a bath together if you want to have a bath with baby. Totally good if you want to have a bath on your own as well. I will tell you our hack of how we recommend you take your herbal sitz bath. So included, this is another pack. So now we're at pack number 3 that's included in your essential bag.
There's amazing stuff happening.
So we have included what we call, I'm just going to take the pamphlet out so you can see it word for word. We've included the ultimate upside down, the JJ cleansing bottle. If you couldn't tell, we don't abbreviate our words or our titles. We kind of try to give you as much of what we know that product to be used for in the title so that there's no gray area. There's no kind of mushing around with the words. It's the upside down vajayjay cleansing bottle. If you didn't know what it was for, it's to cleanse your vajayjay, and it's an upside down bottle. That's what we've included. So in this pamphlet, it tells you all the ways that you can boost your healing, especially for vaginal births in here. Now, another side thing, this also comes in a reusable clear case. This is a perfect travel bidet. So after the postpartum period, don't just stick this under your sink in the washroom and then forget about it. You can actually pack this with you to go on trips, to go camping, all of that good stuff. This is a great bidet, personal bidet for those travel, camping, outdoor adventures.
Amazing.
So another side thing. Now, your ultimate upside down vajayjay cleansing bottle, it comes with 2 spout heads, one with a curved and one with a straight head. So it's basically like choose your own adventure. Whichever one gives you the most comfort, that's the spout head that you're going to use.
Yep.
So it's an upgraded version from the ones that the hospitals or medical providers will give you, which is basically a ketchup bottle.
Yep.
And we're like, yeah, no, my vajayjay needs more than a ketchup bottle. So we've upgraded that. Now, this is our hack. You take your herbal sitz bath, you fill it to the 100 ml line. So our bottle's 500 ml. Most bottles will be 250, which we think is just way too
little.
Just not enough. Just not like it's just not enough water for all the things that are happening down there. Like we need a lot more liquid than that. So we went with the 500 ml bottle. And our tip is to take your herbal sitz bath, which you can keep in the fridge, already brewed for anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks. If you have it in an airtight container in the fridge, you can keep reusing it until it's done. So our tip, fill it, the herbal sitz bath up to the 100 ml line so that when you're in the washroom, all you have to do is fill it with warm water or just water in general. And now every time you're going to the washroom and you're taking a piss or shit, you're getting a boost of healing every single time without having to do the whole regimen of putting the sitz bath on the toilet or taking a bath with, filling the bathtub with water and then infusing it with the herbal sitz. You can literally do it with your vajayjay bottle. This is what I did. I actually never took a bath. I just was not in the mood to take a bath in those first days. That's me. Every mom is different. Some moms will have a bath every day, multiple baths, and that's totally fantastic. I preferred it in my vajayjay bottle. Here's a partner tip. Again, something I learned from my husband, who's very practical, if you couldn't tell already. Here's partner tip number 1. Number 2, because the comfort tea was partners, if you don't know how to comfort mama, make her tea. Tip number 2, to support mama's healing. If you notice in the washroom that the bottle is empty, please refill it. Just get that herbal sitz bath solution, fill it to the 100 or 150 ml line, and leave it there. It's one less thing for mama to do, and remember when she's in the washroom, so the only thing she has to do is fill it with water. You can even take a step further and fill it with the water as well. So it's totally up to you how far you want to go, but at least if you notice if it's empty, fill it with that herbal sitz bath blend. This way you're getting that amazing boost of healing. So those are the products that are included in the essential bag. And then where it all comes together, now what comes with the essential bag is the downloadable version, but I'm going to show you the physical version. So what's included is the Healing Mama Guide. This is your encyclopedia to labor, delivery, and postpartum healing and recovery. This is jam-packed, like literally jam-packed. Every tip that I told you that is on the cards, they're all included here as well. So if you want one place to go to where everything is outside of just the cards attached to the packs, you come to your Healing Mama Guide. We've also included the Healing Mama panel of experts. And so each one of them has given you original practical tips, advice, and guidance on different areas of pre and postnatal care, especially in the postpartum healing and recovery, that you can only find here. There's also, if you end up having, let's say, an emergency cesarean, we also have a cesarean section talking about what that recovery looks like. The products that we have in our cesarean system are slightly different because the recovery regimen for a cesarean mother is slightly different from a vaginal mother. And so we've included that here. What you also get is the digital copy of the birthing guide. The birthing guide we kept separate from the main guide because we don't want you to be funneling over the guide and where's all the birthing stuff. You literally just go to the birthing guide. It comes with the safe positions during labor, and we've included safe positions during an epidural as well, because that's also different types of positions, and how to talk about pain and your care, and if your healthcare practitioner is recommending a treatment, what are the questions to ask? It's all included here in your birth guide. And then the last resource that comes with our essential bag is our postpartum depression signs, symptoms, and support guide. So this gives you all that information, and literally is called Life with a New Baby is Not Always What You Expect. It's a very real way of looking at what this can be. It even goes into as far as postpartum psychosis, which is the furthest end of the spectrum, which we don't want any mom to ever reach. Ideally, we can catch it, or you can catch it, or your partner can catch it before it gets to that stage. And this guide will allow you to know what to look for and where to get that help and support.
That's amazing. So important.
That is what's included in the Healing Mama essential labor and postpartum system, aka bag.
So this is the bag that is teamed up with the Better Birth Method.
Yes.
So you get both my program,
yes,
plus this bag
with all the products,
with all of that stuff for $209 US.
$209 US. Yes,
Yeah.
Madeline.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah. So let's just put this into context. My program alone, if you were just to buy my program separately, is 200 Canadian.
Yeah.
Right? So for a little extra, even with the conversion, for a little extra, you get my program plus everything she just said in the bag.
Yes. Yes, Madeline. That is correct. That is today's showstopper.
Right. So
I shouldn't say today. That is until Friday's showstopper special during our fundraiser.
Yeah. So July 2nd is the last opportunity to get these two wonderful items together at a price point that will never be seen. So
literally will never be seen again, because even just getting our bag will cost you $79 in Canadian or US. So if you really look at it, this is a $300 value that you're getting for $200.
Yeah,
it's amazing. We need more mamas out there to know that this is here, because we got 2.5 days left. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. But you have other kits that obviously they can go take a look at. I mean, because you have the cesarean kit, you got a kit for the birthing partner,
and then we also have the ultimate. So in total, there are 3 to choose from. The essential, which is our base bag, it's fully complete. If you couldn't tell, now you can just imagine what the cesarean looks like, which has a few more products, because there's more things that you want to consider with having a cesarean birth. And then we also have the ultimate labor and postpartum system. So incrementally, it gets bigger and bigger. So the ultimate bag covers everything from a vaginal birth to a cesarean birth, and every degree of birth that happens in between that. And it will have you fully armed. Now, where the ultimate bag really makes a great either baby shower gift or for you to have for yourself is if you're a first-time mom. You've never done this before, and you have no idea what your body's postpartum healing will look like, or what that will be. The ultimate kit was designed for you. If you were a mom who had a horrible first birth or even second birth, and it's like, I wish I knew about all this, I wish I had that, then the ultimate is also for you. Either way, any of the systems are great for you. I'm also going to put this out here. You don't have to get any of our bags. Just going to put that out there. You don't have to get any of our bags, because you know why? You can make your own bag. We have individualized every product. So if you don't like the way that we put a bag together and you don't want all those products, then go ahead and just buy the individual products. We literally have 200 individual products designed solely for childbirth and postpartum healing and recovery. So if you want the Freedom Mom vajayjay bottle, we have that. If you don't want our upside down vajayjay bottle, take the Freedom Mom one, because we've got that too. If you don't want the Matter Company Herbal Sitz Bath and you want a different company, we've got 4 different Herbal Sitz Bath in Healing Mama Co. So you just choose.
So you can build your own bag.
Literally build your own labor and postpartum bag with all the products and all the tools that you would need in one place.
And it gets delivered to your door.
Oh, 100%. There's no need to actually go out and go to all.
Let's just also make that very clear. Like, you just click, and then it just shows up.
Shop, exactly. Just shop, build, and gets to your door. Now, another thing I want to mention is that not only is this great for yourself, it's great as a baby shower gift, because baby showers focus on the baby, which is what it's called. And we need to start showering parents, because parents are the ones who are going to be responsible for this baby and have to heal and recover. But our fundraising rewards are also great for baby shower gifts as well. So we have, is it okay if I just quickly?
Yeah.
Rewards that we have? Okay.
Totally.
We have one reward that's designed for our lactating mothers and parents out there. We teamed up with Milks to Brew, and they have created a line of lactation deliciousness drinks for breastfeeding mamas and chest feeding parents. So there is a vegan caffeine-free coffee. If you're a coffee lover, you're gonna want this, because you will not miss coffee and its caffeineness once you have the Milks to Brew vegan caffeine-free coffee. If you like bubble tea or boba tea, there's also a milk tea. There's also a pink drink, lactating tea. And then they came out with like a rainbow drink that has 6 different flavors, from turmeric to melon to blueberries to just amazingness. So all these delicious drinks. So there's that. So you get a total of 4 bags of lactation drinks. We also teamed up with the Joey Band, which is a patented band that allows you to do skin to skin with your baby, especially in the newborn phase. And let's say, for example, you're a very tired parent, you're holding your baby, but you don't want to let go because you don't want to drop your baby, which is how this product was invented, was basically the mom dropping her baby and not wanting that to happen again, and nothing in the market really addressed it. So she created what's called the Joey Band that allows you to have skin to skin. And we have an exclusive color. Right now you can only buy it in black, but we have it in a beautiful lake blue color. So you can go grab that. And then the other thing that we have is, so we've got the Milks to Brew, we've got the Joey Band, we have your Better Birth Method, and then we have the Food Doula Cookbook. If you don't know what to prepare in your prenatal nutrition and your postpartum healing nutrition, the Food Doula, she's put it all together. There's over 100 recipes, things you can pack to bring with you to the hospital or birthing center. So you get the cookbook signed by the author, Lindsay Taylor herself. And we also, I don't have it with me. We also teamed it up with our D-Day Energizing Bundle, which is all your snacks, drinks, and consumables that you want to have with you during your labor, delivery, and immediately postpartum to keep your body energized and fueled to keep going during that entire process. So you get both. So those are the 5 different products as rewards that we have on our fundraiser. And so the Milks to Brew is $100, the Food Doula is $58, and the Joey Band is $78, and the oh my gosh, what was the other thing I mentioned? The Food Doula, Milks to Brew, and yours is $209. So we've got all of that, and then the last 5 rewards that we have are specifically for the Healing Mama Giving Program. So we've created the Giving Program to address the segment of the birthing community that is basically considered vulnerable. The individuals and couples who are expecting parents that don't have the budget, they don't have the means, they don't have the access, or they don't have the resources to be able to have these products that we deem to be essential and a basic part of postpartum healing and recovery. They just don't have the ability to have it for themselves. And so we created the giving program to be able to donate the bag that you just saw to them directly, or through charities, organizations, and birth workers that serve in these underserved communities. So you can become a Healing Mama donor, where you can donate one bag for our next round of giving, which is happening in the fall. And so we're going to be teaming up with a whole new set of charities and organizations for that. You can be a healing hero, so we have a healing donor, we have a healing funder. So that's if you want to donate 5 bags. We have a healing hero if you want to donate 10 essential labor and postpartum bags. We have a healing, so we have this is me going through all the things in my head: donor, funder, hero, and leader. So a healing leader. And that is, how do we do this? 20, did we do that right? 20?
Yeah.
20 labor and postpartum bags to, again, these all to vulnerable expectant parents. Or you can be a Healing Mama ambassador, where we donate 50. Did I do that right? Is that 50?
Yeah. No, the other way. Yeah. Anyways, 50. Yeah.
50 essential labor and postpartum bags to expectant parents who just are not able to have these items, which again, like I said, we deem to be a basic essential part of the childbirth and postpartum experience. So those are all 10 of the fundraising rewards that we have, and it's all available until July 2nd.
Yep.
So come on.
Yeah, support.
Click our link in bio, you'll get directed right to the page, or you can head to ifundwomen.com and just type in Healing Mama Co and you'll find all of our rewards. And that's it. So many things happening.
So many things, so many really important things to better serve our, growing family, growing communities, right? So that's why I was like, let's chat about this. Let's let people know about this. And I mean, of course, all these items are available outside of the fundraiser that can be purchased at any time, I'm assuming, just not at
these
certain price, at these price points, right?
You actually cannot get some of them. So the Milks to Brew stuff, you won't find that anywhere else. The Food Doula bundle, you won't find that anywhere else. The Joey band, you're not going to find that anywhere else. Our reward together, you're not going to find that anywhere else. So basically 5 rewards you're not going to find anywhere else. Other than the donation rewards, we will eventually have that opened up in the fall where people can donate directly. But as of right now, this is the only place where you'll be able to donate directly to this program.
To those initiatives. Yeah. So basically, ifundwomen.com.
Yes.
Okay. And then type in Healing Mama Co, or click the link in the Healing Mama Co Instagram page. It'll take you there. Take a look, and let's see if we can end off the fundraiser nice and strong.
Yes.
It's awesome.
It's been humbling. It's been so much ugly crying of just deep gratitude of this experience and the people who have shown up, and really acknowledging our work as being important and validated, that it's not just a thought that is nice, it's actually needed. And so we can really do this together.
Be awesome.
We can make an impact.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for taking time to share this, and we're going to get this video rendered and up and running, and I'm sure we'll attempt IG lives again in the future. I just don't know why we have such difficulty with it every time.
I don't know what happens. This has happened. This is not the first time that IG Live has done this to us, but yes, we're going to be together in the future, maybe on Instagram, maybe not, who knows? And we're going to make it work.
Totally. Thanks again, Rowena. We'll be in touch.
Madeline.